Hello and welcome to What's on the Tape, where I take 40-year-old ZX Spectrum tapes, you know, those ones we made as a kid, and attempt to load and play every game today. Okay, this is kind of a continuation of last week, but it doesn't matter, you can watch them in any order. There's a continuation from last week. We're playing the second side of this rather large 90-minute tape. So we've got, on this side, and these are things I don't know what Lazy Jones is. Do you know what Lazy Jones is? I wonder whether or not it was Casey Jones, but they've spelled it wrong. I've got a copy just here above my head. Hang on, I'm just going to grab it. Well, I say I've got a copy. I've got like a bent copy somebody's made like that. Casey Jones. Lazy Jones? Was like a train in it? So yeah, we've got Lazy Jones, apparently. We've got the Airwolf, which obviously is a masterpiece to some and basically a sort of ride into hell for others. Particularly me, I can't get past the second room. Anyway, we've got 3D Starstrike, which is by Real Time, very good. We've got TLL again for some reason. I don't know why I've got TLL again, but never hurts. Match Day. We've got Tower of can't see what that says. Tower of Bill. Terror. I don't know, I can't really read it. Tower of something, anyway. So we've got Tower of something. Jack and the Beanstalk, I rather like Jack and the Beanstalk. Worst Things Happen at Sea, very good game. Hunchback, which is of course based on the arcade game. Ghostbusters and Fighter Pilot, which always seems to turn up. But I don't know why. I mean, it was very good, I suppose, at the time, that everybody could actually get these sort of simulated, sort of flight simulator games. But yeah, it seems to turn up a lot. Anyway, I'll get this into a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so I'll go down to my favourite, which is basic and low did it, or favourite. It's like my favourite for doing it. No, low did it, or speech marks, and let's push the play button. I've got a favourite for doing that. There's no such thing as a favourite for actually loading a particular Spectrum game. It's either the tape loader or the low did it. So, that's a good sound. That's the kind of sound we don't like to hear initially when it's going, but we'll see what happens. So this is the one that's called Lazy Jones, and I don't think it is. I think it's Casey Jones, I'll be honest. Which is a train game, and I can't remember anything about it. I think I've played it before. I've definitely got a copy of it, as you can see up the sort of when I brought it down off my shelves just a second ago to show you on the sort of intro there. I don't know, no idea, to be honest with you. Casey Jones. I feel like I should know what it is. Let's see if this loads from the other tape deck. I've already swapped it to the other tape deck. Let's just go straight to. Let's get right in there. Let's get deep into it all. As I say, if you're new to the channel, if you've not seen this before, I basically take... Oh, this is called Lazy Jones. What the hell is Lazy Jones? Anyway, if you're new to the channel, this is what we do. We basically take old tapes. I've got a big collection of them, and we play them, we load them, and we see what's on them. If they're not always what they seem to be there, we sometimes get the sounds of the past, somebody who previously owned the game in the background, a bit of music sometimes. It's a bit of an exciting thing, actually, especially picking up something that's 40 years old. It's like treasure trove, but without the treasure hunting. Lazy Jones by Simon Cobb. Well, this is a new one on me. Does anybody know what this is? If you knew what this was, put it in the comments below. It's a train game. It's a terminal game. Oh right, we've played these before. They don't go very well. David Whittaker's is the music, or the original concept by David Whittaker's. Is that the same David Whittaker as in the music fame? I don't know. Lazy Jones. Well, I'll be. It's amazing though. Train games. People love trains. I love trains. I like trains. I've been off this week and I've had an opportunity to go on the train. And I like the train. I genuinely do like the train. There's something about it. The fact that you first start off, you can stand up and walk around if you need to. And second off, it's a train. It gets you from point A to point B. I think there's occasional stops on the way, but it's more comfortable probably than sitting in your car. Or on a bus or something similar, other forms of transport. It's just quite nice. I quite like the train. If you're not in any rush, I think it's probably lovely. I think if you did it daily, you probably wouldn't like it. I'm going to assume this is like the London Underground, this particular game, possibly. Who knew it was a train? Hands up. I'm not. I got my hand up, but I don't actually know it was a try. I'll just stick your hand in the air. We've got plenty to go on this week. It's a bit like last week. It's just every game under the sun on this tape. This is how I used to like them. I had a friend. He didn't have a Spectrum first time round. I did. I had 1983. I got my Spectrum. It was a rubber key one. He got his probably the year later. He was a little bit older, and he got his year later. And his parents bought it from somebody else. Didn't want it, but that person had literally got hundreds of these special tapes, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. But we didn't always know what was on them. We couldn't always read the handwriting that was written on them. So what we ended up doing with them is he sort of loaned them to people, and everybody was like, "Yeah, we'll load it and find it." And this is where I found a game that I still can't find to this day. Pretty convinced it was almost Red the Maze. You were a little yellow smiley face. You wandered around it collecting things. I really liked it. It will have been busy. I remember there was probably greenery in it. I have this weird recollection of this game. Really liked it. I feel it's something to do with a school or some sort. Just maybe a school. Maybe, I don't know. It's just really weird. You know how you got sort of weird recollections? I saw one the other day. Somebody posted on one of the Amstrad groups, and somebody posted a little comment and said they described the game that they thought they remembered, and they can't remember what the game's called. They said they thought it was called Worms, not Snakes, but it was sort of that sort of style of game. And it would be interesting. Ooh, keyboard, QA, OK, and M. What is this? How many lives would I like? I'd like 5? Oh, wow, what is this? Oh, this looks good. I like it already. I can jump. I can avoid that. Oh. Yeah. How do I go through the doors, though? Oh, it's a lift. There's a lift. There's a lift there. There's a lift there, peoples. Can I press fire on that? I can't. Oh, God. What do I do? This is different. I can't jump it, though. I've entered the room. I've entered the room. Lazy Jones has entered the room. Get ready. What the heck's this? It's like Weird Games. Awesome. I want it. I need it. I need this for my collection already. I can tell I want this and I need this. What score have I got to get? The Reflex. The Reflex. Who was that by? Can't remember. Duran? May have been Duran. End of the game. Oh, wow. I leave the building. Do I win? I don't know, but I can enter this. What's this room? So we had the Reflex first. Get ready. What's this game? Oh, there's lots of little hidden games. That is so hard. Jaywalk. That's what that game's called. It's basically Frogger. I don't know a song about jaywalking, I'm afraid. What's this one? What's this one? Lazy Jones. He's very lazy, but he's got lots of games. What do I have to do? Jump up and get a cocktail? I don't know what. I've got to get drinks. And we've got to jump up and get drinks. He stops me moving. Oh, I got to jump up and get the drinks off the bar. Not sure what happened there. Are you 18? It says on the wall there. The bar. I got some points there though. I got some points. I've got to hit the barman, I think. Yeah, I've got to hit the barman. So I've got to jump up and get to the barman's attention. Of course, that's exactly what happens when you're in the pub and you're trying to get his attention. You know. Fluttering your eyelids, showing a bit of leg, usual kind of way to get the attention. That's what I normally do when I'm in a bar. Blue Oyster. Yeah. God. I'm getting some bar action here. That's very good. That's very good. I like it. I don't know. It's a very weird game though. It's like a lot of little games, but I want this now for some reason. I really need this for my collection. Just seems like Lazy Jones. I'm looking for this now. I bet this is proper uncommon. I like the fact we have to get the barman's attention. I've ordered a drink. I'm going to pint. Here's a pint, pal. Oh, I'm missing it. I think you've got to jump where there's like a drink. So when there's like a drink, you've got to jump. Okay, let's see if we can jump over this thing, because I really want to. I can't get over the top of that thing. How the hell do I get past that? One another go now. One another go. Terminal software. Simon Cobb. I love this. It's so cool. I want another. No, I'll go 3 lives because then we can play again if we want to. I've got over it. Can I go down? What's this do? Can I get those? Do I have to play like every door first? What are we playing now? Oh, it's more reflex. It's the reflex. I'm really my reflexes are crap. Look, I've got to reflex the bone. The bones, lots of bones. Bounce them off. That's really good. Look at that. Look at that. I hope you've had a good week. I hope it's been an entertaining week. You've had an exciting week. Something exciting's happened. I got one of my things that I got really excited about when a little trip over. I went over to oh, let's open that one. Let's see if it's a different one. Went over to the old Newcastle. That's what we went over to. And I've got stabbed chickens here. Oh, so slow. I am gonna. We're. Whoa! I got a phone. Phone home for chicken. I got a chicken. I got a Darth Maul. That was what I was very excited about, or a Maul, should I say. I was quite excited about that. A little bit Star Wars figures. It's very good, actually. If you're into Star Wars figures, a very nice looking figure. I've got to avoid them going into the pot and just eat the chicken beforehand, before it gets binned in a rotisserie chicken type thing. It's such a weird game, this. So many weird elements to it. I got another chicken. I got the chicken. And it's very slow moving. It's the slowest moving fork in the world. I got 110 points. This is so weird. I love it. It's a brilliant thing. I got another chicken. I don't know what the aim of the game is. I don't know how I get up and down levels. So that's the thing. I think that's the thing that's interesting me more now. Is how I get down the next levels. We had the reflex again. I wonder if they're randomised, the levels here, because we definitely had a different level there. The Turk, that was called. Not sure why. Turkey? Turkey, of course. Oh! Ah! Right, I pressed the fire button. No! Down! I went down and landed on the bottom. Right, okay, you get in the lift. Alright, okay, I know how to get in the lift now. Let's do the lift quickly. We've got to do the lift now. This is really good. It's really good. Let's have a little look. Let's do 3 lives. We'll just do that again. And we'll go in the lift. Oh, bums. I forgot to close the door. I've got to go over to the lift. Open it. Up. No, it came out the bottom, you idiot. Oh, no. Oh, I can't. I'm so rubbish at that. That was really good. I enjoyed that. How about that for a first one? Lazy Jones, one I've not seen before. I don't know anybody else. Have you seen Lazy Jones before? I like that. I like that a lot. Right, let's restart the specky and let's find out what we've got. We've got Airwolf. You know the usual. It's an elite version of this. It was funny. I was listening to. You kind of. I can't remember who responded to the Coco Tony Wilf thing, but apparently the prize was not $10,000 or £10,000. It was actually to win a copy of Fall Guy. I'm not sure what's worse, really. Win a copy of Fall Guy here. Take Fall Guy, which was, by the way, was pretty awful, but at the same time I really liked it. I don't know about you, but I kind of went with Fall Guy. Fall Guy was kind of one of those games that should have been better, but wasn't. Kind of liked it. Let's see what we can load in here. That's not going. It's not going. You're not going, are you? Come on now, Airwolf. Go on, one more. Oh, it's so close. I could smell it, but it's not happening. Right. Okay. Time for PlayZX. Let's use PlayZX. If you want to know how I use PlayZX, have a little look in the description below. You'll see there's a little video on how I use PlayZX to load games like they used to be, which is great, by the way. It's a fantastic way to load games. I like loading games via the PlayZX. Let's have a look now. Airwolf. Second one was really weird. Second Airwolf was basically they'd got another game that they wanted to release, another Airwolf game, or another game that was a shoot 'em up, and they didn't think it would do very well, so they basically stop. Don't know why that's doing that. Let's just stop that. Exit the app. It's not playing it to the headset. Let's try it again. Let's open the app again. Let's bin that. Let's open that. Let's put an Airwolf into here. So yeah, they basically just reskinned the sort of helicopter on it, which is really, really weird, if you ask me. There we go. Coming out the right place this time. Right speaker. It's coming out in the car adapter, as it's called. That was because back in the day, we had cassette players in our cars, and we basically wanted to put our CDs on it. So we put a CD player on this one of these connectors, and then the adapter went in there. All it is, though, out of interest, is it's effectively the same head that you've got facing outwards but playing the sound, which means that if your tape deck fails, or the rubber band fails in it, and it basically perishes over time, which they do, it perishes over time, you can actually just put this in and still load things, because it doesn't need the head is playing back the sound, not the tape. So it doesn't need to move the tape to actually roll it past the head inside, which is very clever, realistically. Very clever way of doing it. Right, cup of coffee, it's in my hand right now. Officially licensed. There we go. Mr. Richard Wilcox, I think. Coffee's good. QA. Oh, what we got? CX, and right. Okay. What's fire? C. Did you ever find that, though, when you were playing with the Spectrum along the way, that you just didn't want to touch the keyboard while it was loading? It's almost like impossible. You don't want to touch it. And then games like Joe Blade 2 came along, and basically he said, here you go, play Pac-Man while you're doing it. And it's like so foreign. It's like, you don't touch the Spectrum while it's loading, or the dreaded R-tape error comes. That's how you invite it. It's like inviting the devil in himself by touching the keyboard. The R-tape error devil, that is. I do love coffee. Coffee is great. I'll tell you what I did get, and I'll be doing a video on it. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll do it this week or maybe next week. We'll see. It'll be next week, actually. I think. Yes, next week I'll probably do it. I got, when I was out over in Newcastle, there's a retro game store that's in the Granger Market. And I picked up, where is it? It's somewhere in the room. Let's find it. Try not to knock the computer off while you're doing this. I'm just moving things. Please, keep loading. I'm going to go grab it. I'm going to find it for you. I'm literally going to open it for you. Got it. It's here somewhere. Got it. Coming back. I'm running all the way. Running all the way. I've got it. So I got. He had one of basically the writer of the game has done 250 cassette versions of the game, and it's Wizbit Games. So Wizbit, I think, like in the TV series back in the day, Wizbit Games, and it's Secrets Castle of Doom, and it looks really good. So much to my surprise, in a retro game store, I actually got a brand new Spectrum game. So I'm going to play that on the channel. Quite looking forward to it, actually, to be honest with you. I did Google them as well. You can Google them yourself. And I'll put a link down in the description below as well if you want to find it as well. Wizbit Games. You can actually download most of their games for free. So that's a nice thing. I didn't even realise. So they're obviously not too far away, quite local to Newcastle itself. If they're dropping off games for people to sell directly in their stores, quite pleased actually. not what I expected. I thought it was going to be. Funnily enough, when I looked at it, I was like, oh, it'll be a Chronosoft game that's made its way into this guy's hands. You know, it's usually the way. And Chronosoft, by the way, is in the description below as well. They do modern homebrew games, but the fact is that I found this one and I was quite impressed, actually, to be honest with you. It did have a lot of other Spectrum stuff, but unfortunately it was mostly filler. It wasn't particularly brilliant. But I will put a link to Wizbit Games below, and I will also if I can find a link to the retro place over in Newcastle, I'll put that in there as well. So Newcastle upon Tyne rather than Newcastle upon wherever it is, somewhere down the Midlands way. So different place altogether. You know, it's the countryside where if you say you've forgotten your coat, they look at you strange because nobody wears a coat over there. Nobody at all. It's not a thing. They're very hardy people. Right, loading the game. I can't believe we're loading the Airwolf. This is one of those games that just, it's so tough. Is it fair and tough? I don't think so. 3 choppers is all you get. 3 helicopters. You know the score. Right, C to shoot. Let's do C. Okay, so we start here at the beginning of the level. There's our little Airwolf. There we go. And then this appears, and then you've got to shoot a hole in it, and this is the bit that piddles me off. You've got to shoot a hole in it before it then starts reforming. Because, sugar, yeah, that's right. You got to get... Oh, you can't shoot that close, and if you get too close to it... Have I... Sugar. Honestly, this game and me. It hates me. Oh, sugar. I'm sort of getting it, though. Look, I'm managing to shoot a big hole in it. Yeah! We're seeing... Oh, I've never seen it before. It's room 2. It's amazing. That's what room 2 looks like. That's just fantastic. There's a big laser there. Can't shoot the laser, but that's room 3. I've got the 3. Room 2. All right, that's right. We've got to go in here, and then you've got to go quickly and through, because otherwise the lasery... That's it. Oh, no. 0 score. You've got to go through that before... So I managed to make it to room 2. I didn't realise, after all these years, that if I push downwards, I can shoot straight. Because it shoots all over when you do it, normally. So if you shoot and do that, it sort of flies downwards. But if you push downwards, you actually shoot straight. That's me completely... After all these years, and I've managed to break the great game. Look at that. Yeah, I'm through. Okay, quick. Shit! How'd you do that quickly? Sorry, that was me getting excited there. Said the rude words. Yes! Oh my god! What the heck's that? What are they? Oh my god! I made it to another room! Sugar! I've found an endless death part! Is that it? Have I literally done all of the game? I can't believe it. I never expected that. Do you expect that? I didn't expect that. That was very unexpected. That was very unexpected. We need to get to the next game, but that was very unexpected. I can't quite believe that I managed to make it so far. 3D Starstrike next. This by the way, 3D Starstrike is a legendarily brilliant game. However, to be fair, Lazy Jones is pretty special. I really need a copy of Lazy Jones. So Terminal must be the name of the company that makes it, or the name of the publisher. This is just fast forwarding it through there. That's amazing. Let's get to the basic and load the dip. Wow. We've had such a great time today. We've had one game that we've never seen before. I don't think we've seen it before. And then we've also had Airwolf. And I made it to like the 4th or 5th screen. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I made it to the 6th screen. It's almost impossible, that. Is that how many screens it had, by the way? Was it only 6? Well, now I know how to do that part. I'm going to go with it's a masterpiece of coding. No, it's mental. It really is. It's just madness. There we go. Is this the end of the... It might be the end of Airwolf. Don't know. I think this is the end of Airwolf. Yeah, that's the end of Airwolf. This should be the new one. So this is Starstrike. Starstrike had a cover from Oliver Frey on the front of it. A bit like most of the sort of Crash magazines. Oh, what an artist. What an artiste he was. He really was. He was great. I was looking. I've picked up some magazines recently. Actually, some Crash magazines, Your Sinclair and whatever else it is. And you can just see by the art, the style is just a very specific. It's so specific. I don't think you'll rarely find an artist like that. That's a really weird naming. That sort of explains a lot when it crashed there. That's not 3D Starstrike. Yeah, that kind of doesn't surprise me that hasn't worked. Look what it's doing on the screen there. Let's do a new. Let's do a load dit. We'll give it a try again, but we'll put it in the other tape deck in a second. Yeah, that's not going to work. Right, let's put in the other tape deck. Let's go for it. Let's see whether it loads from the other one. You just never know with these things. Could do. Could load with the other one. I do like loading it from the actual tapes. I think that's one of the key things. One of the most nostalgic elements of this for me. And one of the things that really kind of moves me is the fact that I'm still actually enjoying the loading process. The loading process, regardless of the R-tape error. There's very, very few times in all the videos that I've ever done on What's on the Tape where I actually get frustrated too badly by the fact that it's not loading. It just is the nature of the beast. If you had a Spectrum, sometimes it loaded, sometimes it didn't. And do you know something? It's amazing I haven't mentioned it. I'm going to mention it now. That's not going well. Let's do, I haven't mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it now. Strange Loop. I still want to play Strange Loop so badly, and it just doesn't load. You know it doesn't load. I bet it doesn't even load when you use it on something like the Spectrum. I know it doesn't load from a Div MMC either. So that's the very similar sort of things. Right, it has to be 3D Starstrike. I'm just searching for it on. There we go. The re-release on the 199 one or 299 range, should I say? That will do nicely. Real-time systems. 3D Starstrike. Let's go for it. Let's load 3D Starstrike. So far, everything has required an additional sort of load. Apart from Lazy Jones, of course. Lazy Jones went perfectly. 3D Starstrike. Brilliant game. TLL. Tornado low level. Fantastic. Match day. Bit of football action. Nothing wrong with that. I've done. By the way, I think I've been discussing this previously. I really think I should do. I think I should do what I've been thinking about doing for a while on the channel as well. I'm going to obviously keep doing What's on the Tape. We love that. I think you love that. I'm hoping you love that. If you love that, you can put that in the comments. I'm going to continue to do this kind of thing. But I really want to do, because I don't know about you, but I find this. So in this day and age, you can have. There are so many games that you can play from the early, from mid-70s right the way up to sort of the mid-2000s without ever having to touch more modern sort of games. You can easily do that. You can, you've got the GameCube into the 2000s. The PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 1 in 90s. The Sega Saturn. All of these wonderful things. There's Oliver Frey, by the way. The cover by Oliver Frey. Look at that. There we go. That's actually the cover. When you get the cover, well, it's not the cover, but it's cover like the cover. But yeah, something like that. But what I'm thinking about doing is something to sort of give people an idea of games to play on those sort of retro consoles and things like that, because we've got all these lovely machines out there that allow us to play games that are from the past. Most of them from the past. They allow us to play all of these games quite nicely. And sometimes I think the biggest problem is it's a bit like watching streamed television or something similar. There's a lot of choice, and you just don't know what to choose, and then you just end up choosing the same thing again. I think I should do I'm thinking about doing what should I play type thing, because I think that would work. I don't know what you think, but it sounds like a good idea to me. So what should I play, and maybe give sort of 4 or 5 games that are worth playing, because I play so many games. I mean, I really do. But I never give them the focus that they really need sometimes. I love them I massively. I love computer gaming, but there are so many games that probably need a little bit more attention that have been over the years. That are so good, from right back to the Sega SG 1000, which we didn't get in the UK, but it was in Japan. That was pre the Master System. Sega Master System. There's great games from the Genesis, obviously, and the Mega Drive. I don't like using the Genesis; it's an American name, but somebody owned the license to the name, so you had to call it. They had to call it something. But you've got the Mega Drive. You've got the obviously the Nintendo Entertainment System, which, by the way, I do think is a little bit overrated, really, for what it was. I mean, it's got a lot of fans, but I do think it was a little overrated. It got some good stuff, and the games are mostly playable, but I think the Master System was a far more competent system. I'm just saying it. I'm getting it out there. I'm saying it. You've got things like the TurboGrafx machines, the ones that we didn't get, or the Core PC Engine Core FXs, which are, by the way, one of the greatest little consoles that you never played for the most part. Again, it did really, really well in Japan, didn't didn't at all in Europe, tried to sell it in the US. They had to make it bigger in the US because they didn't understand the tiny size of a console that used QUOD cards, which are basically credit card sized data things. I mean, they were on the Master System as well, but on the NES, oh, not the NES, sorry, the core, the PC Engine, they were just amazing. They really were. They're really fantastic. Yeah, you can't knock those kind of things. You can't knock those at all. Good stuff out there. It's just amazing though. There's so many, and the arcade games. My God, there are so many. I absolutely love beat-em-ups. There's so many brilliant beat-em-ups. And shoot-em-ups, well, they were a thing. They went through a phase. That was the great way in the arcade of getting people involved. The thing about a shoot-em-up is you can get on and you can just play. And you just shoot stuff. And it's really simple. But at the same time, it's really, really effective as a way to grab people's attention. And same with the easygoing beat-em-ups. I mean, any arcade game is pretty much brilliant because they're designed to be easy to play and easy to get into. If they were difficult, you didn't play them. That was it. They were just sort of put to one side. I mean, I remember some of my favourites back in the day, including, still play it actually, to be fair, is I do like Time Pilot. I think Time Pilot is a fantastic game. Oh, here we go. This is such a great game. This is really, really good. Is it 2 for keyboard? No, 1 for keyboard. Ah, pushed the wrong button. Well, we're going to die very quickly. Shield's getting damaged. That's it. Keep going. So it's like TIE Fighters. Basically, it's Star Wars. It's Star Wars. I should have waited for the menu there to get the right one. I can't believe that we're still getting hit here, though. Amazing. Yellow status, yeah. Run out of lasers because it's basically held down the lasers until it's empty. Love this. Have we actually made it through the level? We blooming have. How the hell did that happen? Look at this. Impacts. You've got to shoot 15 tops for extra bonuses. We're literally going to impact on this now. Watch. Boom, boom, boom. Impact. Because you can shoot the middle out of the sort of missiles that are being fired at you to sort of do less damage. This is going to impact again. Here we go. Yep. Spinning round. Oh, look at those vector graphics. Beautiful. Enter for options. Keyboard number 1. There we go. Let's start medium, number 1. So we got to shoot down the ships as we come in. If you shoot the middles of the bullets, they don't do anything. I'm sorry, it sure say they don't do you damage. Look at this. TIE fighters galore. Hopefully we'll get to the run at the base. Get those TIE fighters. Get them. Get them, get them, get them. Yes. Fantastic games. Really were good. Got to hold off that fire button for a bit. Taking some damage there. 15 tops, right, so you get extra bonus if you get 15 tops. So the tops are these yellow ones off there. And you get bonus points for shooting these on the ground. It sort of reminds me of Starglider as well. Starglider was very popular back in the day. And rightfully so, it's blooming brilliant. But 3D Starstrike did it way earlier. 3D Starstrike did what Star Wars did. Whoa! Oh, hit it again. Whoa. It did Star Wars really well. Sugar, I hit it. And I was trying to avoid it. And hit that one as well. Whoa! How many tops to go? 6. Am I going to make it? Nope. We're onto the catwalk. So we have to dodge in and out like Star Wars. Shields low. We're going all Luke Skywalker now. Underneath. Over the bar. And then... Sugar. Oh god, I forgot how hard this gets all of a sudden. Oh my god, I'm in dire trouble. Oh my god. Dodging up and down. Right, and then we've got to shoot left and right at the things on the edge. Till it's red. And then shoot down the middle. And we've done it. We've destroyed it. The Death Star gets destroyed. But it's not the Death Star, obviously. And we get a bit of life back and we get to level 3. Yeah, did alright. Hyperspace to the next one. We're back to the same thing. It's so cool. What a game this is. It's better than Star Wars. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and say the 3D Starstrike is better than Star Wars. And 3D Starstrike 2 is something to behold. It is an amazing game. Absolutely fantastic. Taking what they've had on the original game, building on that. I'm actually tapping the fire button. It's much more efficient. I'm taking a lot of damage though, but it's much more efficient for doing sort of shooting things down. But yeah, the such great games. Shooting the tops down. Here we go. Oh wow, look at it. You've got. Oh, so good. I've crashed into that, and I am playing rubbish. But we did destroy one set of, you know, without Darth Vader involved in this. And shooting along the surface here. There we go, shooting the tops off. You can hear that. You can hear me going quiet because I'm loving this. Wow, amazing. That's fantastic. And we're into this. This is where I'm going to die though, because this is going to be so hard. So hard. I've hit them all. Oh, I'm dead. Brilliant game. Brilliant. Right, on to the next one. On to the next one. That is so much fun. It oozes Star Wars with a fantastic sort of frame there. I know the Star Wars was good. I get it. I know. I'm not. I mean, you know, it is good. But that one is just so good. It's so fantastic. We really like that. Or I really like that. I really like that. Love it. I also got... What else did I get when I went out on the other day? I've got a few things, actually. I've got a few sort of various sort of I guess I got a couple of Star Wars figures. Can't remember who the other one was. I think it was from Rebels, because I like Rebels. Big fan of Ahsoka Tano. That's one of my favourite characters. I know that they made a live-action version of it, which I don't mind. It was in Mandalorian. I watched Mando and Grogu, though. I quite enjoyed that, actually. It was aimed at me, that. It was Star Wars. It was just basically Star Wars. It was like a massive episode of a cantina. That's what it was. But they could have done it with a TV series. I know it's so they can end it there, and it's a bit sad because I quite enjoyed the idea of it. If you look back at what George Lucas always said about Star Wars, he always said it was basically a western in space. Well, why not? And Mandalorian's effectively that, as the first sort of TV series they produced beyond cartoons. It's the first sort of TV series, live-action TV series they produced. It was basically Star Wars. It was a western in space, and I liked it. You know, he was a bounty hunter hunting down weird and wonderful bounties across the universe. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I didn't even mind the Bo-Katan stuff. Everybody got really upset about the fact that it became all about Bo-Katan. I'm just like, so what? Who cares? It was Katie Slackoff. She was Buck Rogers. You can't complain. We're having a good time with this tape. But to be fair, the other side was a bit iffy. I mean, if you want to watch it, it was last week. It's there. It'll be at the end of the video as well if you want to choose to do that. And if you want to like and subscribe, you'll be able to see all of these on a regular basis. You know, like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. You'll be able to see all these things. But yeah, a lot of people complained about Bo-Katan and Katie Slackoff, and I didn't get it really. I quite liked Katie Slackoff in that role. She, in fairness to Katie Slackoff, she's been Battlestar Galactica, and her dad was big. He's big into Star Wars. He was delighted. He was on set when, you know, for Mandalorian. Isn't it great? Can't ask for more, realistically. I mean, what else would you ask for realistically from your actors? If they actually love what they do, that's brilliant. It's great news. Right, TLL. Let's find TLL. I know we played it last week, but we're going to play it again. TLL. There we go. There we go. Let's push the play button. Let's do that. But you can't ask for more than that, can you? Realistically, I think that if people are into the thing that they're doing, well, you've got to give them a lot of credit for that. A lot of credit for sort of loving the thing they do. Stop. What's this? To load all the program, disconnect. Press any key to continue. But rewound. Loads in 4 minutes and... Oh god, it didn't like me. That upset me, that. It upset me. I've upset it. Oh, come on. I'm going to rewind. Okay, I'm going to break. Can I break? Can I run this? Yeah, you go. Stop the tape again. I'll do that. Yeah. Why does it have to disconnect all the peripherals? That's really weird. There we go. It's loading now. That's so weird. Disconnecting all peripherals. This is the original one from Vortex Software. Vortex Software, of course. Oh, thanks for that. Let's done that again. Let's do run again. Push the button. Let's push the button there. Yeah. Okay. Let's do the re-release then, if this is going to be awkward. I love it when these are so awkward. Let's go down here. Load, did it. Enter. Play. Going for it. Yes. Get a bit of that. Get a bit of that. Vortex Software also did, what was it, Highway Encounter as well. That was another great game, where you basically drove a Dalek. Drove a Dalek down a road, and you had to bring the other Daleks home. And then you were stopped by Doctor Who on the way. He'd wave his magical wand at you. Or something similar. Possibly. I don't know. Something like that. Quite good either way. TLL. Tornado Low Level. It's all US planes we've got pretty much nowadays. There's a few of the older ones. I think the UK-based ones? Or UK-built ones? It'll all be Eurofighters and Swedish and things like that built in the future, I reckon. There's no need in spending billions on planes when you can throw other things at people, it seems. Warfare's changed. It's over the last 4 years, warfare has significantly changed. It seems that throwing bombs on small drones is actually way more efficient than spending billions on planes. They then can't shoot down the little teeny drones. So, yeah, the world has changed significantly. You don't need to spend all the money. It's almost like a waste of cash at this point. But never mind. Plan was flawless until you actually needed it, as usual. Bit political. Sorry about that. Coffee time. More beverage. Here we go. I've just looked up, and on my shelf above me, and I've got loads of stuff, by the way. I like to surround myself with clutter. I like the sort of, I say clutter, it's like, it's computery stuff, but I like to surround myself with sort of books and computer games and consoles and all kinds of stuff. I like to surround myself with that. And I've just looked it up and realised I've got PlayStation 4 games up on this shelf here. They're physically looking at me, and I don't even have a PlayStation 4 out. That's where I ended with my consoles. The same with the Xbox One. I mean, if you went and looked at my Xbox 360 collection, massive. My Xbox One collection, minuscule. My PlayStation 4 collection, minuscule. And they're just sitting there looking at me, and they're not actually doing anything, which is a real shame, actually. They really kind of need to be doing something, which I would rather like. The one thing that has come out recently is part of this whole sort of saga of sort of taking away physical things, physical CDs and things like that from consoles, Sony and Microsoft particularly, taking these things away. What has turned up recently, though, is Microsoft are now going to add compatibility for the original Xbox games on their Windows systems. But who's got a DVD/CD player anymore? It's almost ridiculous in its own nature. But theoretically, you'd be able to use those on your Windows machine. I'm sitting here looking very confused. I'm looking like Dwayne the Johnson Rock with my eyebrow up. That's how confused I look right now. I don't know whether it was his confused look or whether it was his sexy look. I think it's both, isn't it? And it's both confused and sexy at the same time. But anyway, it doesn't make any blooming sense whatsoever. It's like, and we've just decided to add this. Okay, thanks. But that just tells you an awful lot about the Xbox One. The Xbox One being an emulation machine, effectively, for those older games. Which is fine, but that just tells you that they're there. You know, it's already there. It's already a functionality of the whole thing. It was bound to happen, by the way. I mean, they've all warned about it. I mean, if you look at Steam and its machine, you know, it's the fact that it's really expensive. It doesn't have a CD player. It's all digital online. It was bound to happen for Sony and Microsoft. You can blame those people who are pumping tons of money into artificial intelligence. Effectively, they've grabbed all the components and basically meant that your next generation of console won't have some components just to save money. Realistically, you can't forever keep supporting the cost of the sort of the device, can you? You can't forever pump money into those kind of things or produce those kind of things or be responsible for producing those kind of things. That's what they're basically saying. You've been hit by that. They reckon that the market, though, for things like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 is going to go up significantly. I can kind of half imagine that, actually. 5 for instructions. We'll do the instructions again. So you can destroy targets on the map. Yeah, sweep the wings back. The targets, by the way, the enemy targets, by the way, if you read this thing on there, got radar, altimeter, fuel gauge. Enemy targets are like these little circles on the ground. You'll see them. And that's what we've got to get. You've got to get really low to pick them up. Controls. QA, GH, X to take off. Lovely. Fire to take the wings back. M for map view. And Z and P to abort the mission. Fantastic. Let's go for it. 6. So we've got those are the locations of the things there. There's my runway. And that's what we've got to do. And then we press X to launch. And I've done it stupidly again. I've done it without doing my whole fuel. So there's one up here. And it's wonderful because you just fly around at full speed. I'm sure it's there. There it is. So we now need to lower ourselves down so that we can hit this thing. And there's one there. I don't know if that's the same as this one. Is it the one that's flashing? There we go. We've got that one. I don't think you can get this one though. Then because I've done that one, I think I'm done. I think I'm done in this area. Yeah, I'm done in this area because I've done that one. Right. Okay. So you just need to do one of the targets. So let's fly over here. Oop. Sweep the wings back. Go faster. There's another one. Around here. Let's get down low. Very low. Can't get that one either, don't think. And swing round. Oh, got that one. Yeah, that's... Oh, maybe I can. I just maybe a bit rubbish. I think there's another one over here. There's one up here. There it is. Let's sweep down and get this. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. I'm doing really well. So, what if I get this one as well? So can we get this one? Oh, crashed in there. I knew that was going to happen. Right, so I always forget this to do this. You got to completely refuel before you take off. And then take off. And I need 2 more to complete the level. I'm guessing there's just like loads of them over the levels. And you just keep clearing them until they're gone. I'm looking for little white dots on the radar at the top. There we go. There's one. And we could probably got loads of space. Yeah, loads of space. Ooh, sugar. He says loads of space while dodging in and out. Oh, God. I'm really low now. We're on the ground. It's a driving simulator, basically, this game. It's a driving simulator. Oh, my God. Oh, God. That was bound to happen. Driving simulator. Great game. Fantastic game. I'm pleased it appeared again for a second time. Cyclone is obviously my favourite of the two, but this is a really good game. I mean, who wouldn't want to play as a tornado pilot? It's fantastic. Here we go. There's another place to land. I'm not going to go with that one. I'm going to go up this way and see if we can find some up this way. Must be some up there here. You try to tell me there isn't a place for a tornado? God, there's one. There it is. Uh-oh. Bums. Destroyed. Fantastic, though. Brilliant game. Brilliant game. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got on here. Let's do this. Let's do that. There we go. Let's fast forward this. We're on to match day. Could be, and to be fair, was there several match days? I'm pretty sure there was. I'm pretty sure there was like, was it Ocean or Imagine did one of them? There's a few of them. Let's see. The Tower of whatever is actually confusing me though. Tower of what? Oh, of Evil! Of Evil, I can't blooming read. Tower of Evil. I thought it was Bill. Tower of Bill. It's not, it's evil. So, horrible evil, nasties. Bad nasties. Match day. This could, I don't know what this is. Could be anything. I'm pleased it's loaded though. Tape sort of loading with that. Okay. I hate when the loader changes. I really do. I hate it when we go to a turbo loader because it puts the fear of God into me. It's one of the sort of elements of of Spectrum games that I find terrifying. Strange Loop all over again. PTSD from not being able to load it other than the once. John Ritterman and Chris Clark. There we go. Ocean it was. Ocean Software. These are quite good though, because the weird bit about this is that if it's the right version, I think it's number 2 actually. In number 2, they all have moustaches and mullets, which is now currently in fashion again. I don't know how. Can you imagine being a young lady in this sort of this environment and seeing a young man with a mullet and a moustache and going, "That's the man for me"? It's not. It's honestly, there's something wrong with it. However, I appreciate the fact that somebody's gone with mullets and moustaches again. I don't mind a moustache, but the mullet is. I never. How were they fashionable? Will somebody explain that to me? I'm not sure how a mullet is fashionable. I was out today, my wife, and we'd gone for breakfast, and we'd gone for a little wander around a local town, and there was a gentleman there. He'd got a beard and whatever else is, and then I saw it. He'd got a cap on, and poking through the back of the cap in a ponytail was his mullet. It wasn't like it was. And then when he took his cap off, there was the mullet to go with the. But he made it into a ponytail mullet going through the gap in the back of his cap. So weird. I mean, in the 90s, I remember do you remember those sort of rat tail things back in the 90s? It was something. It was a joke that was on. Was on, what was it called? Only Fools and Horses, where Rodney wears one, doesn't he? And it's like, and he pretends it's a rat or something like that. Was that when he met the girlfriend that becomes his girlfriend? I can't remember her name though. I remember that it's Dell's wife is Raquel, isn't it? I think that's Raquel, but I can't remember what Rodney's wife's called. But basically, he'd got the one little rat tails. Quite funny, really. Quite an amusing little tete-a-tete of sort of things, and she thinks it's a rat on the floor as well. So it's kind of, maybe that's what it's for. Maybe cut them off and scare the ladies with it. I don't know. There you go. The bane of a man's life. That's not going to load. It's not going to load from there. Let's go PlayZX again. Let's go to our favourite. Let's perform PlayZX action on it. It's a fantastic tool. Fantastic thing. Match day from Ocean. Oh my god, there's a re-release, thank god. There's a Hit Squad re-release. The question is it any better? You never know with these things. Could be better, might be worse. We'll find out in a second. Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. Strap in. We're about halfway through. We've got Tower of Evil, Jack and the Beanstalk to go. We'll rather like back Jack and the Beanstalk. It's a game which doesn't care about colour clash. Rather liked it. Bit difficult on second screen though. Very difficult. First screen's not so bad. Second screen's awful. Worst Things Happen at Sea. That is such a clever game, and I will do it no justice, which is the really sad part about this. Hunchback, great game, always good to play. Ghostbusters, we had that a couple of weeks ago, I think. And then Fighter Pilot, again, amazing. I mean, the fact that you got flight sims on the whole thing was just unbelievable, realistically. I mean, we were so lucky to have all of this on 8-bit computers. The people programming this, geniuses. Absolute geniuses. Such a great sort of... I found the power pack on the floor. I've just put my foot on it. My mistake. Oops. But yeah, geniuses. Fantastic stuff. And great imagination as well. Transferring, sort of making games is a very imaginative thing. I rather enjoy the fact that there's such an imaginative sort of approach to these things. Coffee. It's time for the coffee. It's time for the coffee. We're going to get the coffee on. Here we go. Oh, into the coffee. Very good. I like coffee. I don't know if you know this about me, but I rather like coffee. Wow. We've had such great games. Lazy Jones. That, by the way, I need a copy of. I'm not even sure that I don't even know what it looks like. I'm now gonna. Let's have a look at the cover. Let's have a look at the cover. You can't see the cover, but I can. Let's have a little look. See, I'll give you a description of the cover. Lazy Jones. Lazy Jones. Oh, that cover is amazing. So it's a picture of a man walking down the corridor, and all the rooms have got strange things in it. It's like some kind of conductor on there. What is it? It was written by David Whittaker. It was, and released by Terminal Software. He didn't write that version of it. That version though. It was ported to Spectrum by Simon Cobb. It's 15 sub-games that take place inside a hotel with 3 floors connected by an elevator. The character is a lazy hotel employee who doesn't care much for his work, prefers to sneak into rooms and play video games. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I've just seen the Commodore 64 version picture of it. Looks brill. It looks really good. Lots of sub-games, including Space Invaders, Frogger, Snake, Hero, Breakout, and Chucky Egg. 99 Balloons, Laser Jones, Outland, Scoot, Stardust. Fantastic. There we go. We're here. Brace yourself, strap in. We've got some football to play. That's so cool. Do you know something? It's really brilliant. It's a great thing. It's got the Lazy Jones. The title itself has got a lovely sort of Lazy and Jones, and it's like in sort of bubble type text. You remember it's like bubbly, and then there's doors where they're ready to be opened, and there's other members of staff chasing him. So that's what he's doing when he's in his hotel. That's really good. Apparently, David wrote it himself for the Commodore 64. That's very cool. Right. Okay. Let's do symbol shift to move down. Yes. Match details. No. Enter. Controls are QA, OP, and plus player 2. Swap controls. Enter. Left. Player 1, player 2. Camps and joystick. Can I change the controls? Space. Oh, let's go through them all. Right, okay. Is it? That's changing the controls for that one. Enter to select keyboard. There we go. I can't choose the keys because they've got it already. You've got my keys. You've got my keys. Can I move just one over a bit? Can I go over a bit? So, left. No, space to go through them all. Is it space or enter to change this control? Oh my god, we've got to move through them all. That's horrendous. Space to move through it all. That's bad. That's really difficult to do. Right, okay, so can I choose the same keys? Will it let me? Yeah, it will. Oh my goodness, this is going to take a little bit of time. Enter. Space. Let's do enter. Symbol shift, enter. Space. Space, enter. Right, what's the that's C. Okay, let's do Let's move this over. Enter. Right, that'll do. How do I get out of here? Return to match. Cap shift. Right, kick off. Yes, kick off. Computer. Symbol shift. Let's kick. No. No. Enter. It's not the mullet version. We've not got mullets on here. Get to watch them all come onto the pitch. Every single one of them. I'm gonna leave it with. Did I put it as N or M? I can't remember now. Don't know why I'm asking you. You can't answer me. Okay, let's go for it. Have I put these keys the wrong way around? I have. I put the keys the wrong way around. And I've put the keys the wrong way around. I've upset myself. I've kicked the ball, I think. Oh, no, no, keeper. Keeper's got it. It's good. It's out. My ball. I've kicked it a wrong way. There's a timer at the top of the screen. Wow. It's not bad. It's not a bad football game. It's no sensible soccer, which is by far my favourite sort of game when it comes to sort of football games. It's alright. It's not brilliant. Say, it's not going to set the world on fire. Let's go for it. Come on, keeper. It bounced off the keeper's face. Did you see that? He used his face to stop the ball. And they've scored. Do we get a replay on this? I just remember if they got a replay. Is there a replay? No replay. I'm going to move on. We've got enough. We've had enough football recently. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got on here. So we should have Tower of Evil. I don't remember Tower of Evil. Do you remember Tower of Evil? Not really sure what Tower of Evil was. That's the end of that one. That's the end of the football. Here we go. Brace yourselves. Tower of Evil. I like Dracula's Tomb. That was one of my faves. I quite like Dracula's Tomb. It's a bit of a cheat though. You've got in Dracula's Tomb, if now modern day, it sort of shows you the map before you start the level so that you can finish it. So it sort of shows you, then disappears, and then you have to memorise where you go to from that quick, brief sort of flash of what it is. And it's quite good, but of course modern day flashes on the screen. Take a photo. You could technically just go, yeah, I'm making my way right through the Dracula's Tomb. It's quite a good game though. It's part of the multi-packs from. Oh, I would want to see EMI. It's one with toothpaste in it as well, where you basically have do your tooth brushing and stuff like that. It's quite of a weird sort of selection of games. It's good though. It's good. It's good. Creative Sparks, Tower of Evil. Can't remember. I feel like I should know this one, and I feel like it's been on the What's on the Tape before, but I can't remember this one. I like the sort of purple monster, though, to the left there. Big green eyes. Big green eyes. And... oh, it's just... Yes. And a big sort of flaming pit. What's he got in his hand? In his left... Is it left hand, or to my left, basically? What's that? He's got one on top of his hand. Has he like I don't know what he's done there. So maybe it's gold. Is it bags of gold? Is he stealing bags of gold and then the purple monsters are going to eat him? Bad news. It's such a... Do you know one of the things though that I rather like about the old Spectrum is the fact that it's so high res. the graphics are really high res for the time. You got other machines where they had different modes that were less resolution but more colours. The Spectrum was just high res to begin with. It was, because it was designed for text. That was what old Sir Clive thought it was going to be. So old Sir Clive Sinclair was going to be wanted it to be a business tool for people to use at home to do the accounts on. Yeah, rather than a toy computer. Wife's pointing out that rather than a toy computer, she's right. It wasn't a toy computer. EMI, of course, owned Creative Sparks. One. Oh look at him. What's this? Oh, space kills you. And M kills you. What the hell's going on? I don't know how to kill that. Let's. Oh, key. Sugar. That was an explosion. I like the way it died. That was awesome. Key, though. Key. Oh, that's harsh. It's most definitely a Tower of Evil. I'm going with very evil, and very towery. Is it? I feel like that should be open. That should open. I feel like that should open. If we got. Oh, they are very harsh. Oh my God! I get killed again. My key's gone. You've got. Oh, do you know what it is? I've realised what it is. It's Adventure. It's the Atari Adventure, but for the Spectrum. So you basically have to take the key to get out of wherever you've got out of. And sugar. And every time I die, the key gets sort of thrown back again. So you're basically having to make your way out of it. So Atari made an adventure game. It was the first time an Easter egg was in the game, wasn't it? That was the big exciting thing about it. It's obviously procedural because I love the explosion when you die. That's so cool. There's the key. Oh, what's this? I've got something else there as well. Oh, everything's gone. There's the door. That's the door I need to go out of. So where's the key? There's the key. There we go. Whoa. I'm going to go back. Ah, I'm out. Now what? I can jump. It's gone. Sugar. That is harsh. Fire does jump later. That is so harsh. Good God, I didn't expect that to be so harsh. That is pretty bad. That was really harsh. I don't even want another go. We're done. I quite like. I like it, but it's harsh. It's less adventure and more something crazy when it comes to it. Right. Okay. Next we have Jack and the Beanstalk, based on the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, where a young man takes a cow. Or takes the cow to market, meets an old man on the road who gives him 3 magic beans. Is it 3 magic beans or a magic bean? Or some magic beans? I think did he meet Ali G on the way? Anyway, he gives him some magic beans, and obviously he goes home with those beans. His mum's like proper not happy about that. So what she does is she gets those beans, she hoists them out the window because he's traded the cow for some beans, and then when they wake up the next morning, there is a great big beanstalk, and at the top of that beanstalk is not only a beanstalk, there's a cloud castle with a great big giant in it who's going to grind his bones to eat his bread, to make his bread. So yeah, it's a bit of a harsh story. It's obviously the moral of the story is do not trade cows for beans on the road, and if you're going to have a beanstalk in your garden, make sure you climb it and steal all the gold from it, then cut the beanstalk down. Why didn't he cut the beanstalk down first? Then the cow castle would have collapsed down, and they could just got the money easier, because then the giant would have been dead, wouldn't he? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he'd survive. It's a hell of an insurance claim. That's for damn sure. I must try that one next time I've been. Next time a scammer calls me. I've got some magic beans, and they turn into a huge beanstalk with a giant castle at the top of it. Thor games. The thing about Thor games, I talked to somebody who wrote a game for Thor, or should I say Retrogaming, and submitted it Thor, and they got like 500 quid for it. They were delighted with £500, a lot of money back in the 80s. Anyway, Thor Games, though, was responsible for creating, or would you say, he got £500. What he did say to me was the artwork on the front, they paid nearly £2,000 for. So the artwork was worth more than the games back in the day. So it was kind of a weird sort of, yeah, very weird, realistically. Jack and the Beanstalk, Thor Games. I remember playing this on the Soft Aid collection. That was where I first played Jack and the Beanstalk. I quite enjoyed that. And Sorcery. Do you remember Sorcery from Virgin Games? That was really good. Really enjoyed Sorcery. It's very beloved on the in the Amstrad CPC world. They love it. It's like so beloved. You can't believe how much they like the game. It's unreal. They love that one. But it's because the graphics are good and it plays quite well. It's very tough, screen by screen, and sort of grab items and take them from place to place. It's very much sort of a action-adventure-y type thing, maybe? Could possibly call it that? I don't know. So many good games on this tape this week. And keep you busy. Keep you busy. Probably nearly 2 hours, I think. 2 hours of fun. 2 hours of pleasure. I do like this one, though. I can do the first bit okay, which is where you have to go up the beanstalk. You have to grab an axe and go up the beanstalk. I don't know why you grab the axe and don't cut the beanstalk down to begin with. It'd save a lot of time. But then you have to get up to to these bricks that you have to climb, and they're just impossible to climb. It's just madness. It's like there's like a certain route through them, and you can't really climb them. But there's a total disregard for colour clash in this. They just don't care. They just let it go, and you know what? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing when they do that. You could see it in Mr. Hare. If you have a look on the channel, there's some Mr. Hare. Have a little look for that. And that's Lee Chop Stevenson. And Lee basically, I said to him once, "What do you think of colour clash?" And he said, "What's colour clash?" Because he doesn't care. Because it looks better with the colours on it. It's so much nicer. The whole monochrome thing, which I kind of guess I get. Back in the day, they made it monochrome because then there wasn't a colour clash, blah, blah, blah. But it just took away from the fantasticness of the fact that the Spectrum had colour clash. You just loved it. Where basically an 8x8 pixel square would collide, and it was because it was based on text. So it was 8x8 for a text character. And then if it clashed and over sort of landed on top of it, it was problematic. The ways round it was simple. People like that did Dan Dare, for instance, it was all in the foreground instead of the background. So you went underneath it, and because you went underneath the columns and whatever else it was, you could have them sort of coloured. So they owned Daisy the cow. There you go. Jack's mother decided to sell the cow, and Jack on his way was a silly Billy. I can't remember what the keys are though. A miracle will occur. I don't know what keys I've pressed there to start. Doodle-doodle-doo. It's left and right. Yep. Okay. There's some keys up there. I've got some keys. I think I've got some movement keys. Was there. I think I've got it. That's it. Right, okay, so got it. So you got to collect, yeah, and not run too far up, otherwise you die. It's ridiculous, stupid. One for keyboard. Right, okay, I've got it. I think I've got the keys. They're bizarre. East, west. Right, need that. And then we got to go up, because you can't leave the level without going up there. You have to climb up this. There we go, and we get to the top. You see, I can remember how to do it when I want to. And then it's this bit which includes, yeah, the weird climbing. I can't remember where you climb up to get up the levels. This is the problem. So you have to, I think you have to climb up between the bricks, but I can't remember which ones they are. It's so difficult. Yeah, so that makes you fall off. So it's up the bricks, and I think it's that brick furthest over that's the next one over, not rather than this brick. And that's, I think that's the problem. I think that's the issue is that. Oh, don't run off the edge, you idiot. Have I died completely? No, I've got one more attempt. Almost there. Okay. There we go. Up this brick. And then I don't know how you get past the next bit. I don't know which brick you climb up. I'm guessing it was that brick, but I have no idea. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on. His poor mother and his cow. His cow. That's as far as I ever got, by the way, in Jack of the Beanstalk. And I think I got to the top of the thing once, and then fell down again because I'm an idiot. So yeah, it didn't go particularly well. Worst things happen at sea. This is a game where you have to pump the water out as a cargo ship, and you're like the robot on board. The cover, I don't think does it justice, but it's quite beloved realistically. It should have got a re-release. If it did get a re-release, then I apologise right now. But it is kind of it's a clever game. It's too clever for its own good. You have to pump the water out. You have to lock down sections as you move along, and they basically are just waiting for. It's a time thing. You're just basically trying to make it there as the boat leaks. It seems to be a terrible boat that continually leaks all the time. But yeah, you move it from one place to the other. It's clever, but at the same time, it's weird. It's not one of those games that you pick up or see very frequently. Is there another version of it? I feel like it was on like the Commodore Amiga as well. But yeah, you see there's the water there, and you've got to basically sort out, make sure that the cargo doesn't get too wet and all this kind of stuff. It's really clever. The whole idea, the whole concept is really, really clever. It's like you're just basically dealing with a clapped out boat the whole way across. It's brilliant. It's a great idea. That's just a hell of a load. You can hear it, dude. It's just pure data there. Listen to that. A little bit of extra rumbling there. Glorious, glorious Spectrum data being loaded into memory. The Spectrum at its best. A machine. What else have you done this week? Have you done anything else exciting? Have you had a chance to do anything exciting? I'm not sure what's been going on this week. I've not really kept up with the news or whatever else is happening. Not kept up with it at all. I think I've got this, and I can't remember who did it. I can't remember what cover it's got on it. I know it's a single duel by default. Did it get a re-release? I feel like it might have done, you know. Might have done. Let's see. Worst things happen to sea. Let's have a little look. It's probably a very famous quote. Let's have a little search for it. Things happen at sea. Let's have a little look. Worst things happen at sea. Spectrum Computing. Mind's Eye. Silversoft. Original Really? Silversoft? What was the cover like? I'm now confused. Oh, it's no, it was Silversoft. Yeah, that's right. It is a Silversoft game. There's no cover for it. $5.99 originally released for. Worst thing happened at sea. Oh yeah, the cover there. It is, it's a robot. He looks a bit like Crichton from Red Dwarf, to be honest with you, on the front cover of it. It doesn't do it justice. It was a brilliant game. I actually think the image as well is probably really good. The Worst Things Happen to See image. It literally has him there. See, he's got like a sailor's hat on as well. It actually has him there sort of mending pipes and things like that. It just it never got a re-release. It should have done. There's a lovely poster as well of realism. Add some realism. Realism. Play this standing in a bath. Oh, right, yeah. That's the, yeah. Comedy gold there. Comedy gold. Yeah. Add some realism. Play it in a bath. Do I want instructions? Yeah, go on then. So we've got water pumps there. So that pumps out the water. There's a leak there. Right, mind's eye. There's a pump handle. We need the handle to pump the water. You see how it's like the boat at the top of the screen as well? It's very cool. There's a water leak. There's patches for those somewhere. It's on the wall, actually. It's over there. Sealing patch. It's flashing there. So you go and seal the patches. And there's the ship's wheel. I'm not sure what the ship's wheel does in this case. Oh, changes your course. Engine oil. So we've got engine oil the engine. Recharge chamber, so my energy goes down as well. I mean, there's a lot to this. But it's really good. Materialization chambers. Basically, that's where you get your lives from. So when you die, your lives are there. Course. To reset the course of the ship's wheel, use the right and left keys to recentralize. Cool the engine, can drop off oil into the oiling funnel. Super step. Only one on the upper level plus power key. Floods, you must use the handle and power to operate. Yeah. Remember, water damages cargo, slows the ship and strains the motors, draining the robot's power. Interactivity. Yeah, so recharge chamber. Keep doors and hatches closed if possible. This will stop flooding and slow flooding. There are only 6 pump handles. Look after them. Whoa. QW. Right, that's cool. I can go with that, but I can do 4, which would be better for me. 4. And X to pick up the thing. Yeah, that'll do. Start. Okay, so this is the ship. It's on course at the moment. These are the patches. There's the handles for pumping. So we need to do that. It's already going down, so that means that there's somewhere that's already leaking. Let's close the door. Let's go down. There's a leak already. There we go. There's a leak. Let's get that. And pop that on there. Let's pump this free. There we go. Pump it. Keeping the cargo safe. Course is still fine. Now close that door. Let's have a look at this next one. I can see the chambers that are up. You see the chambers, they're flooding. You can see them on the screen. This is such a good, great game for this. Let's pick this up because I think I'm going to need it. And I'm going to need it. Oh my god, the robot's power. Put that on there. Power of the robot is going down massively. I'm in trouble. Died. Got to rematerialize in one of the other chambers. My god, we're in dire straits in that particular chamber. That chamber is absolutely flooded. The value of our cargo has gone down. The course is still the same. That's good news. Let's lock this door. This is a proper tough game, by the way. It does not mess about. It does not mess about. Let's lock that. Let's put the patch in here quickly. Get the patch in here. Let's pick that up. Oh, there's one there anyway. My energy's running out. I'm dead. Oh my goodness. What are you meant to do with that though? That's just terrible. There's no way I can stop that flood in that room. There's no way I can do it. It's not. It's just. I'm going overboard here. That room is not going to happen. Look at that. There is so much water in that room. My cargo value is going down. I'm just gonna have to. Yeah, you're just gonna have to stay shut. I'm just gonna have to go with the cargo on the way there. It slows the ship down as well massively. I'm gonna have to pick my battles here. There's a one over this way. Look, you can see it over here. This one's springing into life in here. Right, I'm picking my battles. That's that one. Let's pump this water out quickly. Yeah, that room is a no-go for it. This one's got some in. Picking battles. There, pump this water quickly. Oh, I've got no handle. That's water's now going into this room, look. Oh, sugar. Oh, God. Go back, go back, go back. Yeah, that room will need the water pumped out as well. You can stay there. I'm going to put this handle in here quickly and pump the water out of it. Ship's almost there, though. That's the worst part. Look at that on the top of the screen. The ship's almost there. I'm going to see if I can get another patch out of here. Got a patch. Let's patch this. There's the oil. The ship is not strained yet. That's fine. That's survived the value of the cargo. There's the oil in there. I can't. Those other rooms have had it. They absolutely had it. Those other cargo rooms have had it. Look, there's no way I can get back into those other ones. They're just flooded. The ship is going so slow. Let's see if we can recharge. There's water in this room as well. I forgot about that. Let's recharge. Let's recharge the robot. Let's spread the water right out. You see a little level of water across the whole thing. The ship is absolutely full of water. This is terrible. Oh my God, this room's flooding. This ship is in terrible shape. Oh my goodness. I'm going to drown if I don't get on with this. Here, have some of that. Quick into the recharge chamber. Forget the rest of it. Recharge chamber. I can't recharge. I've died. The ship's all flooded. It's drowned. The whole thing's over. We're done. That is such a great game. Impossibly tough, but such a great game. What a brilliant idea, though. The whole concept of that is just fantastic. No sea droids. Oh, sea droids, I get it. Yeah. To pump out the water. You flooded and sank and lost the cargo. That is such a great game. Not Mind's Eye. So underrated that, you know, if you've not seen it before, it's a game that you really need to see. It's fantastic. Right, let's push the buttons. Let's do the load. This should be Hunchback, followed by Ghostbusters, followed by Fighter Pilot. Good combination here. Hunchback being an absolute classic. Classic game we've played many a times before. I won't remember the keys, so I'm going to look up now, save time. This is the first part of Hunchback as well. This is the hilarious part. This is like not the full arcade game. It's just the first part of the game. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look. Hunchback. Let's have a look for the keys. Let's look for the keys. Keys are QW and symbol shift. Yes, we can do that. QW and symbol shift. We always forget those. I got the QW bit, but I just forgot the symbol shift. QW and symbol shift. I love this one because I remember seeing this at my friend's house, and it was basically the Bob Wakelin cover, which is that. Well, a variation of that. I think there's different ones. I don't know about you, but I always feel there's different ones. So Bob Wakelin cover was old Quasimodo there trying to find. I can't remember her name. What was her name? Esmeralda, wasn't it? It was Esmeralda. Trying to rescue Esmeralda. So Quasimodo was trying to do that. At basically at Notre Dame, which I think burnt down not that long ago, didn't it? Was that right? And they've had to been rebuilding it. I think that's true, actually. I think it burnt down, and they some of it burnt, and they've been rebuilding it ever since, which is kind of cool. But the cover from Bob Wakeland is just phenomenal. It's just a fantastic. Another one of those, like Oliver Frey, another one of those fantastic artists. We can name some more, actually. Put them in the comments below, because the one of the things that drew you to games back in the day was the quality of the cover. The cover was one of those things that made you go and buy the game. Sometimes you just bought them because the cover was just amazing. There was games that I bought, though, because the covers were, I guess, stylized. There was a lot of spice. Sentry. Do you remember Sentry? They did things like Ghost House and stuff like that. They were not brilliant, but they were stylized, and I kind of bought them. They always felt a bit subpar, but they were quite good. Handy Andy is one of those as well. That's the one that's there, which is not a reference to any particular person, but it was another fantastic sort of game, and they just had these sort of great covers that weren't particularly brilliant, but they were designed by graphic designers who had no idea what computer games were. So they had these. Some of them were just very corporate looking when they didn't need to be, and nobody else knew how to draw them. So they were what they were. I mean, it was that was the nature of them. I'm just looking behind me to see some of those kind of the covers, because I've got loads of those things knocking around. There was some just amazing ones, though, wasn't there? I mean, Barbarian 2. Am I wrong? Is that a bit like Barbarian 1? I'm just thinking about this because I just saw Barbarian up on the shelf there in a Kicks former. Was Barbarian 2 different? Was it, or was it just another more of the same? I know I'm just asking you, and there's no way you can answer me, but I just feel like it possibly was more of the same. Not sure. Could be. Very much could be. I got some more stuff through the post recently as well. More stuff, more computer games, more Spectrum things. Always good. Lots of them. Keeps us going. I mean, I've told you before, but I think we may be up to 33 years worth of ZX Spectrum games before we had to stop doing What's on the Tape. Do. If you go down to the pub today. Doo-doo. There we go. That's the old Hunchback. This is the hardest level, because if you go step near the edge, you just fall off. And there's a little man that comes up. And I do that every time. You just got to run forward and jump. That's what you got to do. Run forward and jump. You got to make your way across the ramparts. It looks at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You got to run across the ramparts and do that. Come on now. Oh, come on. There's no way I missed that. It's ridiculous. Right, I'm doing it again. Playing again. Another go. I always this is at such a simple level. Very good on the Commodore 64. This, but don't broadcast that, because they get excited. I died like an idiot. Give this 1 second. Give this 1 second. Meatballs. No, fireballs. It's fireballs going across the level. There we go. 1, 2. Come on now. We can do that. There we go. We've done it. Brilliant. Almost there for the next jump. Why did I just jump there in the middle of nowhere? What was I thinking there? I don't know what the thinking behind that was. It was pretty bad. I quite like that one. But I think the writer of this originally was told to split it into 2 games, because they then had Hunchback 2, didn't they? Again, Bob Wakeling cover, of course. Fantastic. Single dual. Beautiful thing. Okay, Ghostbusters! If it's something strange in the neighbourhood, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters! It's a good game. Good game. We didn't get. How far did we get last time round? Did I actually manage to bust a ghost? I don't think I did manage to bust a ghost. There was an episode of What's on the Tape if you fancy flicking back through some of the older ones, because to be fair, there's lots to watch. Watch them in any order you like. The numbers are arbitrary. Yeah, back on one of the episodes. There was one episode where literally is like 5 episodes of Ghostbusters. It just Ghostbusters after Ghostbusters after Ghostbusters. The rarer version, of course, is the 128K version. And I'm not sure why the 128K version's rarer. However, we might have an opportunity, considering that I just did that there, to do the 128K version of Ghostbusters, because that's not been done for a while. Let's do that. I'm not sure why it's rarer, though. Let's restart the specky while we're on it. We'll go from there. Let's do that. Ghostbusters. There's a 128K version, speed locked. I don't want speed locked. Unspeed lock it. That's Ghostbusters 2 re-release. Yeah, this is going to go badly if we go with the speed locked one. We'll try it. But this may very well go very badly, so we'll see what happens. Ghostbusters. I used to love Ghostbusters. To be fair, I didn't mind. I was going to say I didn't like, but I did. Actually, I did like. I didn't mind Afterlife, but I didn't watch Frozen Empire because I understand it wasn't great. And so a lot of people sort of came back and said it wasn't great. So I didn't watch Frozen Empire, but I did watch Afterlife, and I quite liked Afterlife. It felt quite Ghostbusters. Didn't really, as I said, didn't really like. I didn't really want to go to the Frozen Empire. I feel that might be wrong, but Ghostbusters 2, 1 and 2, loved them. I liked 2. But a lot of people thought 2 wasn't particularly good, but I liked 2. It's a long pause here. If this works, I'll be amazed. We'll see what happens. I'm watching it very pensively right now. Speedlock 2. Again, puts the fear of God into me. I don't know what the 128K version was about, what the difference was. I'm assuming it's got music or something like that. Maybe more content? I'm not sure what the difference was. 2 separate games, though, sold separately. I've not got the 128K version as far as I'm aware. I could do. However, I think this isn't going to load. Do you know why I think this isn't going to load? Because there's nothing on the screen, and we've been here before. Let me push the pause. Yeah, that's not loading, because it's going to do this. Yeah, that's not working. Stop. Let's do original Ghostbusters then. The only answer is to go with the original. I'm going to have to do the original. So down to basic. And loaded it. Let's push the button. Right, original Ghostbusters then. No speed-locked version of it. Seen that before from PlayZX. Sometimes you get these things that just continually load and they never actually load the game. Ghostbusters 2. Activision. I always feel that this is one of the last games that Activision produced in the UK. There was this sort of weird time where Activision just wasn't in the UK, and I remember Activision as being a good company that produced some good games. There was obviously the stuff for the Atari 2600, and there was a few other things, but this is one of the times where I felt that this was a good company at the time. Obviously, we know differently now. They've changed over the years. I mean, to be fair, this is 1984. We're in, it's 40 years later. I mean, that's quite impressive, realistically, for a company. Unfortunately, it's been gobbled up by Microsoft for money, not for love of the game anymore. I get that. I mean, that's the corporate way, isn't it? They gobble up companies for the whole thing, and if they can't gobble them up, they try to crush them in some way. But Microsoft has all the money when it comes to these kind of developers, and they've got, under Activision, of course, bought Blizzard, and then Blizzard has StarCraft and it has Diablo. However, recently I've discovered a Grim Dawn, which is way better than Diablo was. It's like what happened with Diablo 2, which I wasn't a massive fan of. I like Diablo 1. Wait, let's say Diablo 1. What happened with Diablo 1, moving to Diablo 2, I looked at a lot of games, those sort of action RPG games. I looked at a lot of those games over the time. A huge number of them. They were brilliant stuff. But it's taken a long time to find something that kind of really grabs me. And if you look at my channel, I've got Diablo 3. I quite like that one. That was very arcadey, though. That was much more arcade. That was RPG light, ARPG light, rather than the quality. Whereas Grim Dawn is like everything I want from a sort of game. You can build weird and wonderful builds with your characters, so I'm kind of like that. But as I say, Activision and Blizzard, they own some of the, World of Warcraft is owned by Blizzard. Activision had lots and lots of things. They even had, they had Call of Duty under their sort of banner. And this is now obviously all under the Microsoft banner, except for the fact that they don't know what to do with it. They own all of these things. They just bought them. It's like the kid who buys everything and never plays a single thing or understands what they've got. They might own it all, but it means nothing against all of the other things they're doing. It just doesn't create a good game. And it's been a long time. I can't remember a very particularly good game that they've created in a long time. I believe that Diablo 3 is just a great big battle pass where sort of DLC buy things from the market type thing, which means it's pay to win. It's no longer a game anymore. It's and without having a go at some mobile games, it's a mobile game. Wait enough time, you can do that. If you're going to do that, make it free to buy, to download, and then just fill it with your adverts and your horrible FOMO stuff that's there. You're sort of fear of missing out. It's just ridiculous. It really is. I mean, I could argue for days and days about the quality of what they have, and they just I don't understand why they don't silo it as well, though. You could silo houses or software houses in it. Yeah, okay, that'll cost you more in resources and time and all this kind of stuff. But you could silo all of that and actually produce some really, really good stuff. But they won't. Anyway, let's play some Ghostbusters. Keyboard functions. Q, A, O, P, and M. That's what it'll be. Z. Z fire button. Z's a strange fire button. Yeah, I've got that. Enter. Ghostbusters! There's something strange in your neighborhood. I rather like this. I was a big fan of Ghostbusters back in the day. The brilliant thing about Ghostbusters, of course, is you could save the game. So when you finish the game with a certain amount of money, which you could finish by finishing Marshmallow Man, is you could actually save your game and then come back to it with your code and then have that account, which says there. I don't have an account, but if I had an account, I could enter it and I actually would have loads and loads of money. Loads of money. So the advance is 1,000 for it, but you could 10,000. So you could actually have a lot more money in the game. And of course, if you do space in the number, you can see the actual vehicles. So if I do space and 2, I can see the hearse. There you go. Carries 9 items, top speed 90 miles per hour. And then you can have, there's the station wagon. And do space station wagon. Space 3. And I can carry 11 items and goes a little bit faster, 110. There's actually a reason for going faster as well. Get to the things faster. I might go with that actually, just for fun, because we've not done that for a while. So let's do number 3. Busting makes me feel good. Do 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 do. Right, number 3. Won't have much for equipment, but that's fine. So what we want is, I'm not going to do the energy detector, I don't think. Do I? Yes? I don't know. See what I can fit on the thing. I don't want the marshmallow detector. Don't need that. Image intensifier? Yeah, let's put that on. Let's do page 2. Capturing equipment. Ghost bait. Traps and vacuum. Right, I need the ghost things, so put them on. 1 trap. 2 traps. Let's have the ghost vacuum so I can suck up the ghosts as I go past. Ghost bait. Make the ghost do what it's doing. And can I afford another trap? I'm not going to get the other one because it's on the third page, I think. Is storage equipment, yeah. So you can carry basically portable laser storage confinement. You can have a lot of money for that though, but we're not going to do that. Eat end. Right, so there's our first ghost up here. Let's go. It does make you go faster. There we go. Look how big that sprite is. So cool. Look at the colour clash going on. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I haven't passed over any ghosts, but that would be to suck up the ghosts that go around the edge of the city. So the PK meter, the PK energy, so it's the kinetic energy of ghosts is goes up. I always thought I'm doing old school. I'll go old school with this. Pop him there. And then I'm going to pop this one here and try not to cross the beams. And then wait for the ghost to come in. Come on now. Yeah, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Come on now. Oh, so annoying. You got to wait for the Slimer to go into there. Let's go past my beam. There we go. It's like trapping a fly in the house, isn't it? Come on, get over there. Come on now. Come on. Come on. There we go. Ghostbusters! That's what I got one. We get paid for that. So we've got to go back to the ghost house, to our Ghostbusters house to do it. So we go back there. See that one there? It's going to change that building there. And you go back to the HQ and you can drop off the loaded trap. We get made 900, 800, 700 for that? 700, I think, for that first ghost. That was quite good, actually. Don't normally catch them that quickly. It's very cool. Ghostbusters! Pull over. Drop off the ghost. There we go. We've got 3 traps now again. No Ghostbusters. Right, okay, waiting for these ghosts. Where are they now? Come on now, more ghosts. You got to stop the other ghosts. You see the ones going around the outside there, to the top, left, right, the bottom left and right. Those ghosts basically are going towards Zool in the centre. We've got the key and the keymaster. Or the keymaster, should I say, and the gatekeeper, I think? Or is it keykeeper? I don't know. Gatekeeper, that's it. Yeah, and there's the Sigourney Weaver and Rick Moranis, is it? But you can go off to one of these places and you'll see the ghost that I've just collected there will be available to collect. So when it comes down the road, you can suck it up with the ghost vacuum to just delay in the process. So there we go, gobbled it up. There won't be anything to find here, by the way. It will arrive and then it'll go away. Yeah, so we can drop that off and go back. Bye! But yeah, that's Ghostbusters. And it's basically the same on the Master System, and it's on the same on most other systems as well. When they go coloured, by the way, it means that there's going to be ghost things happening there. Ghostly things happening. There's definitely one going to happen here. Or possible. It's quite hot, ready to go. That's cool. That's cool. Right, okay, Fighter Pilot it is. Last one. Last one on this tape. I did tell you it was going to be a long one. Braced yourselves. Enjoyed it. Have fun. That's what we need. Next week's will probably be a little bit shorter because I'm going to probably do a few particular sort of couple of probably 4 things next week because it'll still be a good hours long hopefully. But next week will be shorter. I'm going to another LAN party again. I'm going to bit of computer gaming, bit of Quake. Nothing like a bit of Quake. It's great. Bit of Quake. Quake and a bit of Friends vs. Friends, which is a great game, by the way. Totally recommend Friends vs. Friends if you want to play that. It's up to 6 players. Good stuff. Fighter Pilot. Nope, that's a good start. Let's put that on the other tape deck and let's see whether we can get to load. This one appears a lot. I'm sure it's by Digital Integrity or something similar. Not really sure. Could be Digital Integrity, I think. But yeah, this one appears a lot in sort of. Nope, that's not going. Come on now. There we go. Fighter Pilot. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But yeah, this one appears quite a lot. It's a very popular game. I'm not sure it came in anything other than a single dual case, which is fine. You know, that is what it is. I am not going to be able to play this very well, and it might actually have a code or a lens lock on it. Do you remember lens lock? The thing where you had to be able to look at it, and you put it on the screen, and it sort of refracted the image enough that you could work out whether it was a letter H or a letter D or something like that. This is one of those kind of games. I think there was a version that came with a lens lock, so this is the lens lock version. No way. Yeah, there you go. Digital integration. Integration. Integration, yeah. So I don't know why I was reading that so much. I was reading it quite a lot. DK Marshall. These are amazing. It had the Spectrum had things like Gunship on it, which was where you flew an Apache helicopter. It was it Apache helicopter? Something similar anyway. So it was certainly a helicopter. Somebody will tell me in the comments what the helicopter it was. It had F-15 Strike Eagle on it. Unbelievable. This is a Spectrum of all things, with all these high-level simulation games. Very, very impressive. Just fantastic for the time. Not sure what plane we've got there in the fighter pilot one. It's a US one though, because we can tell by the sort of logo on the wing. Very impressive. Fantastic stuff. So many good games on the Spectrum that you can't. I mean, it's hard to explain how many things came out on it and how many things are so interesting in the sense of what they were, how they were built. Brilliant stuff. This has been a great tape. I've really enjoyed this one. Been a long one. It's been a long one. You've had to listen to me for a long time. I do apologise. I apologise. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Listening to me can be exhausting sometimes. Exhausting. But no, it's been a good tape. I've enjoyed this one. I enjoyed Lazy Jones though more than I would. I care to sort of say. I really do. Really want a copy of it now. I don't think I've ever seen it on the Spectrum though. That's the first time I've played it and the first time I've seen it. On this tape though, I have definitely in my possession already Airwolf, 3D Starstrike, TLL, Match Day, Tower of Evil, Jack and the Beanstalk, Worst Things Happen at Sea, Hunchback, Ghostbusters, 100%, Cyclone, Moon Alert, Full Throttle, Wanted Monty Mole, Pajama-Rama, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Zombies. Was it Zombie? It was Zombie, wasn't it, on the other side? Kokotoni Wolf and Cosmic Kanga. I have all of those. The only one I don't have is Lazy Jones. It tells you how many things I've got in my collection. My collection's quite vast at this point in time. I quite like that. That's quite vast. We're now really into magazines and very, very sort of uncommon games. I hate the word rare when we're talking about it. People put rare on everything. It's not blooming rare. It's uncommon. We don't do rare. We do uncommon. Because it's just, somebody bought it. Apart from the fact, if you're talking about Flea, which of course apparently is the most uncommon game on the ZX Spectrum, and it's available on the ZX Spectrum Vega. It's actually available to download, I believe, as well. But yeah, it's apparently the most uncommon, and he reckons he sold like 5 copies, the guy who wrote it. Which is probably true, because he did it via mail order. It's an amazing game, though. It's a great game. Really cool. You're basically a flea working your way through levels. It's like a platformer with a flea in it. It's cool. One of my favourites ideas, that, the fact that it only sold a few copies. I hadn't even realised it. It's on my channel, actually. Before I got a decent microphone. It was my channel, and we played that I played through that, actually. It was quite good. Well, I didn't play it all the way through. You know what I'm like. Practice landing, practice flying. I'm just going to go with flying, I think. Let's do flying training. Oh. I've got some thrust. And I've got some lift, I think. Push that thrust up. We're thrusting up and we're lifting. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Is he up? We're up. I think we're up. No, we ran into the end of the runway. That's a great start. Let's do air-to-air combat. 3. Let's push a button. We're already in the air. Let's roll. That goes one way. And that goes the other. We are tilting. It's quite amazing, realistically. I've got a small chihuahua come to say hello to me. Hello. Hi. What are you wanting? It's quite amazing, though, what we got for with this thing. It's just amazing. And with that, I'm going to leave this episode. I'm going to call it a day. But if you want to watch last week's episode, which is the beginning of this tape, look down the bottom left-hand corner right now. It'll be right there. If you want to like and subscribe, do that as well. I do retro games. I do indie games on the channel. And there's lots of fun to be had, honestly. It's quite good fun. I really enjoy it. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.